entrepreneur friend? So, if you're in the bazaar scene, you know this happened a short while ago. We're not pointing any fingers, but that hurt us. As supporters of small businesses and entrepreneurs like you, we want to make sure that you find success at all the bazaars that you attend. That's why we've put together this checklist of things that you can do before bazaars so you can protect yourself from all of this. So let's dive in. Online shopping is cool and all, but nothing beats a real-life bazaar. Why? Well, I'm glad you asked. Bazaars make it easier for you to connect with your customers on a physical level. Not only will you be able to get some demographic information about what they like, what their shopping habits are like, you'll also be able to check out what your competitors are doing, therefore making it easier for you to get valuable information which you can use to expand on your business in the long run. Many vendors find it easier to close a deal when they're face-to-face with a customer. This is because you're able to share your knowledge of your product with the customer in front of you, how it looks, how it smells, how it tastes. So this is especially important if your product has many unique qualities like perfume or scented candles or food or anything that really requires your customer to interact with the product. Physically, it's also much easier to charm your customer when you're face-to-face with them. Remember, these customers who are visiting bazaars are already looking to shop from people like yourself. So just get in there and let your product shine. Bazaars are also a great place to check out what your competitors are doing. Don't be afraid to learn from them. Check out what they're doing in terms of marketing, how they engage with their customers, what their customer demographics are like, what their promotions are like. If you take all of this information and you learn from them, you will be able to use this valuable information to bolster your business in the long run. So don't be afraid of a little competition. You've got this. Now, let's move on to why small businesses can still fail at bazaars. Your marketing is amazing. Your social following, huge. Your ads are reaching all the right audiences. And you have a beloved and unique product. But you just can't seem to catch a crowd at bazaars. Here are some things you can do to make sure you don't fall into that trap. Do your due diligence before signing on to join any bazaar. Visit the location of the bazaar to estimate footfall. Check out the organizer on social media to see what their previous events have looked like. Reach out to other vendors who have been at your past events to see what the experience was like. Remember, all this information is invaluable for when you finally make your decision. If you're new to the bazaar game, you should visit all the bazaars. Make a date out of it. Check out other bazaars to see which one vibes with your business and your branding. You can also take the opportunity to speak to other vendors at the bazaars that you visit so you can get a feel of what that organizer is like and what the experience is like. It's important because you'll find out things like how the footfall is like, whether people show up to shop, and how helpful the organizers are at the end of it all. All of this is very useful information for when you get your feet wet in the bazaar scene. Get talking to all your peers at these bazaars. Who knows, striking up a conversation may strike up a match for future collaborations. Your peers may be at different points in their entrepreneurial journey, so speaking to them might help you learn a little thing or two that you can use to expand on your business in the future. Now you know how bazaars can benefit your small business? Let's run through the ultimate checklist to ensuring the best bazaar experience you can have. So, you've been approached to join a bazaar. It looks good and you're definitely interested. But wait, before you sign the contract, let's take a look at the checklist to see whether it's a wise investment of your funds. Number 1. Make sure you can afford the rentals. If the rental is looking a bit too high, consider speaking to the organizers. And who knows, maybe you might be able to come to an agreement that suits you both. Number 2, check that you have enough stocks to last you through the entirety of the event. You want to sell enough to make back the price of your product and also the price of your time, transportation, and parking fees, along with other miscellaneous expenses that you might have throughout the event. Number 3, get all the event details from the organizer. This includes where the event will be held, when it will be held, where your booth will be located, as well as what provisions will be there for you. So will there be a table? Will there be chairs? Will there be electricity plug points? All this relevant information that you need to know. Number 4, visit the event location ahead of time on weekdays as well as weekends to get a feel of what the footfall and traffic will be like. The more people you see, the better. Also, check out the event organizers on social media like Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Cover all your bases, and this will give you a very good idea of how their events are generally like and what kind of traffic you can expect to see when you're there. Number 5, now that you've finished researching the event location, you also want to research the event organizer. Check out their online ratings to see what other vendors like yourself think of them. If they've got a high approval rating, you're very likely to be able to have a wonderful experience at the bazaar with them. If this is their first event, you might want to ask to speak with the person in charge so you can suss out the situation and see whether their vibe fits yours. Number 6, verify the validity and identity of the event with the event location before making your payment. This is important to make sure you don't get scammed. Number 7, once you're in and have signed the contract, you want to give the event organizer your marketing collaterals so that they can help to market your brand as well. So this can include high-res images of your product, your logo, and various other video collaterals if you have them. Also, you can get a good look at the event organizer's previous marketing materials to get a feel of what you should submit. Number 8, do your own marketing. Don't just leave it up to the event organizer. When both of you work hand in hand that way, you have the best possible chance of blowing up in the best way possible. Number 9, if you're nervous about D-Day, here's a little trick. You should plan your visual merchandising and how your booth is going to look ahead of time. Not only will this make it easier for you to set up on the day of the event, you'll also be able to get to selling that much faster. Number 10, prep your payment options in advance. So are you going with cash? Are you going cashless? Or are you doing both? Either way, you want to make sure that you have sufficient change for people who come with cash. You want to make sure that you have prepped a QR code in advance. And you want to make sure that you have a usable working payment terminal for people who have credit or debit cards. So that was our list for things you can do to ensure that you have the best bazaar experience you possibly can. But ultimately, it's important that you take everything as a learning experience. Don't give up. Maybe your product just wasn't right for the location or the audience. You'll never know until you try again, and we hope you try again until you find success. Are you a frequent participant in bazaars? Do you have a pro tip to share? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to follow us for more tips on entrepreneurship, and let's grow and support local together. Bye!